In this session, we are going to learn metallic carbonyls. Okay, what does mean that metallic carbonyls? Metallic carbonyls means the complexes of carbon monoxide contain metal carbon bond. That means central metal ion. Any central metal ion attached with the carbonyls, that is the CO group. Carbon and oxygen, that is the CO group. So in this complexes, the carbon monoxide, that is act as a neutral ligand. Okay, neutral ligand. So in this first homolytic carbonyl, that is nickel tetracarbonyl, was introduced by Mond in 1890. Okay, so this carbonyl groups are industrially very important, that because it acts as the nickel it acts as a catalyst. Okay, so first of all, classification. It was classified into two different ways. First one is number of metal atom present in it. Classification based on the number of metal atom present in it. Next one, classification based on the structure. Okay, so this number of metal atom present in it means it depends upon the number of metal atom present in the metallic carbonyls. Okay, so here this was classified into two different ways. First one is mononuclear carbonyls, another one is polynuclear carbonyls. Okay, mononuclear carbonyls. What does mean that mononuclear? Mono means same. Okay, so here first example is nickel tetracarbonyl. Okay, so here only one nickel, then all the ligands are same, nickel tetracarbonyl. Okay, so nickel, only one nickel central metal ion, then carbonyl ligands, 4 ligands are there, all are carbonyl. Okay, another one more example is in FeCO5. Here also only one central metal ion is there, then it attached 5 CO group. Okay, then one more example is CrCO6. Okay, so here Cr is a central metal ion. It attached 6 ligands, all are the same. Okay, see, here also on CO is there. Okay, 6 ligands, all are same. Then only one central metal ion. Okay, this is the mononuclear carbonyls. Okay, otherwise in polynuclear carbonyls means, okay, so 2 or 3 moles of central metal ion will be present. Okay, example, look at the picture. Here 2 moles of central metal ion, that is a CO, and this is the carbonyl, this is a cobalt and the carbonyls. Okay, see the difference, capital C, small o, both are capital C and O. Okay, so this is the example of CO2, CO8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? 2 cobalt central metal ion. So CO2, that is CO2, then ligand CO8. Okay, then here Mn we have 2 molecules, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, means ligands 10. Okay, this is the polynuclear carbonyls example. Okay, then one more example, Fe2CO9. Okay, this is the polynuclear carbonyl. Okay, so here the metallic carbonyl contains 2 or more metal atoms. That is called as polynuclear carbonyls. Okay, are you understood? Next one, classification based on the structure. Okay, so it was classified into two different ways. One is non-bridge metal carbonyls. Another one is bridge metal carbonyls. Example of non-bridge metal carbonyl is nickel tetracarbonyl, FeCO5, then CrCO6. Okay, so here these metal carbonyl do not contain any bridge carbonyl ligands. Okay, so this also classified into two types. One is non-bridge metal carbonyl with contain only terminal carbonyls. Okay, so example NaCO4, FeCO5 and CrCO6. Okay, another one is non-bridge metal carbonyls which contain terminal carbonyls as well as metal to metal bond. Okay, for example in Mn2CO2, here the bond between Mn to Mn. Okay, so bond length is 2.79 Angstrom. So this is the non-bridge metal carbonyl with contain terminal carbonyl. Okay, so that is the metal to metal bond. Okay, next one is the bridge carbonyls. So here these carbonyls contain one or more bridging carbonyl. So here this central metal ion, this another one central metal ion. So that has a ligands are bridged. Okay, so for example in Fe2CO9, here the carbonyl bridge between this Fe to another one Fe. Okay, so next one is the example of CO2 CO8. So here two isomers are possible. Okay, so first one is the terminal bond between the central metal ion and the central metal ion. Okay, so the same molecular formula CO2, central metal ion CO and CO2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 CO groups are there, but once the way is bridging between the carbonyl bridging between the central metal ion to central metal ion. Another one is it directly attached with the to central metal ion. Okay students, this is the metallic carbonyls present in the coordination compounds. Okay, another one is bonding in metal carbonyl. Okay, so here the bond between the central metal ion and the ligand. Okay, so here the carbonyl ligand consists of two components. Carbonyl ligands consist of two components. They are sigma character, another one is pi character. Okay, so first of all, the bond between the central metal ion and the ligand. Okay, what is the ligand? CO. So here CO is the ligand. Okay, so the bond. Do you remember what is which type of bond this is? This is the covalent bond, isn't it? Coordinate covalent bond. So this is the sigma bond. Okay, what is the mean that this type of bond? That means the central metal ions gives the lone pair of electron to the ligands gives the central ligands gives the lone pair of electron to central metal ion. Okay, so in this sigma formation, first of all central metal ion, so the orbitals present in it. These are the filled orbitals. Okay, then central metal ion. Next is the ligand. Okay, so C, carbon and oxygen. So this filled orbital. So first of all, this ligand gives the lone pair of electron to the central metal ion. This is the empty orbital, isn't it? Present in the central metal ion. Okay. So first the ligand gives the lone pair of electron to central metal ion. Now here sigma bond will be formed. Okay. Then the central metal ion gives the ligand gives lone pair of electron to central metal ion. Therefore, the electrons rich in the central metal ion. Okay, so the central metal ion, the electron rich, the gain of it gain the electron. So the density also increases. So it compensates. Then it gives the electron to the ligand. Okay, therefore here pi bond will be formed. Okay, do you understood? So first of all, ligand gives the lone pair of electron to central metal ion. Okay, therefore the electron density will be increased. Therefore the central metal ion, it compensates, so it gives the electron to ligand. Okay, so this order will be the circular form. Therefore this bond will be very strong. Okay, therefore we can call this is the synergetic effect. Okay, what is that? Synergetic effect. Okay, so otherwise there is a sigma forward bond and this is the pi back bond. That means the electron again back to ligands. Okay, that is the pi back bond and the sigma forward bond. Okay students, have you understood? Thank you.